What is going on, boys and girls? My name is Orb and welcome back to another Counter-Strike Global Offensive video. And in this video we are going to take a look at the new Deathmatch game mode that was just released for CSGO with a super big patch with recoil changes and gunplay changes and just changes overall to the game. But yeah, they also added this brand new game mode and I want to talk about it, what I think about it, some of the features. We're gonna start off with talking about the features of it, and then at the end get into why I think it's important for becoming a better CSGO player and why you want to focus on playing this game mode a whole lot. So yeah, before we get into all of that though, I just want to mention that this patch was released I think 2 days ago, and I wanted to get this video up right away. I actually recorded this gameplay that you're watching right away when the patch was released. But my streaming PC, and if you don't know, my streaming PC is the same PC that I edit and render on, and that PC is still overheating a lot. So whenever I do long renders, like when I'm trying to render in super good quality, my PC tends to overheat. It bumps all the way up to like 98 degrees Celsius, which is like over 200 degrees Fahrenheit, if you want some sort of, you know, comparison. But it's super hot and it's not good for my PC. I've ordered a new chassis and ordered all this new stuff that's hopefully gonna make it a whole lot better and a whole lot cooler inside my streaming PC. But yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. Just want to mention that if you're wondering, or why are you so late? I already seen videos on this. Well, there you go. So let's jump in and talk about the features of CSGO Deathmatch. So my first point, and this is in no particular order, I just wrote them down as I saw them. So the first one is no nades, and this is something I like. A big problem in 1.6 and in Source was that people picked the nades and you know, it was just a grenade spam over and over and over. People weren't really necessarily focusing on the gunplay, which I think you should, and that is what I think is important with the deathmatch mode. They were just running around throwing nades, and I don't know. I think it's better without nades. So they don't have nades in this game mode, as far as I know. What I saw when I played this for, you know, a few hours, they didn't have any nades. I like that a lot. Another point that I noticed was that, and this is something I feel is a problem, and this may have been just something that I didn't notice or maybe something I missed, but something that I ran into, a problem that I ran into was that, for instance, you know, a terrorist can't pick the weapon of a counter-terrorist. So a terrorist can't pick an M4, or a counter-terrorist can't pick the AK, which I think is important. You know, you should be able to pick whatever weapon you choose, whatever weapon you want to improve, because that is what you're going to focus on with this deathmatch game mode, is improving your muscle memory, improving your aim with whatever weapon you choose. So you shouldn't necessarily be having to be on a certain team. You should just be able to pick whatever weapon you like and just go. So that is something I think they missed out on. Another thing is that, and I don't really know how this works, but I think you get extra points for playing with a random weapon. Sometimes on your screen it's gonna pop up that, hey, you can spawn in with the P90 if you want to, and there's some sort of score, like you get 13 points or something. I don't know if you get 13 points for just simply switching to the gun, or if you get 13 points for each kill with that gun. That sort of pops up from time to time, which I think it's, you know, it could be a good incentive for forcing people or making people play with other weapons out there. You know, maybe a lot of people stick with the AK, they stick with the M4, and you know, that's been the case since, you know, 1.6. so it can actually be a good incentive for making people try out new weapons. But I don't know if I personally like it a lot. I think you want to focus on, you know, the guns that you're gonna be using. So unless it is a gun that you know, think you're gonna play with in, you know, a competitive setting or something like that, I think you should kind of just, you know, focus on the gun you're playing with and not really you know, switch to whatever gun they're proposing you to switch to. Another thing is about spawn protection, and spawn protection was kind of a big deal in 1.6 and the deathmatch in that, and I think that they've done a great job. As soon as you fire your gun in CSGO deathmatch, your spawn protection is over, so I think that is good. The spawn protection lasts for a couple of seconds, so you have time to pick a new gun if you like, but as soon as you fire your weapon, your spawn protection is over with, so I think that is a good idea. Another point I noticed was that you can't pick both a primary and a sidearm, and I was kind of thinking about this. Is this good or is it bad? Obviously the good thing is you want to focus on, you know, you want to focus on one gun while playing. So if you're playing with the M4 or if you're playing with the AK, you want to focus all your attention on that gun. and that is a good thing that you can't pick a secondary, so you're gonna switch your secondary up and just, you know, mess with, you know, you practicing with your primary gun or the other way around. But however, the bad thing that I sort of noticed was that you build up a muscle memory where you would rather reload your gun when you have the possibility to switch to a sidearm. So when you have your AK, you don't have a deagle, and you know, you play deathmatch for so long, you build up a muscle memory for, okay, when I run out of ammo, I have to reload, there's nothing I can switch to. But, you know, in a competitive setting, you have to switch to your sidearm when you run out of ammo or you're gonna get killed. That is just how it goes. So I kind of wonder if it's a good or bad thing. I don't know if you have any feedback or input on this. Please let me know in the comment section below. But I would probably prefer you can have both a primary and a sidearm equipped at both times. So those were some of my thoughts and opinions on some of the factors and some of the features of Deathmatch for CSGO. And now I want to talk about the importance for playing Deathmatch. And yeah, it is great for improving your aim, your playstyle, and building up your muscle memory. And this is all things that you want when you want to improve at a game. And when you want to improve with a certain weapon, it is necessarily, it is very, very important to play a lot. And you want as much action as possible. So when you're playing a regular game of 5v5, you are going to die. And you're going to have to sit and wait and just watch other players instead of playing yourself. Or if you like to jump on the competitive playlist and, you know, play with friends or play with randoms, you know, whatever the case may be, it will be a good idea to jump on Deathmatch for, you know, 15-30 minutes before you're playing and actually, you know, get the practice down, get the initial frags out so you can, you know, be a bit more prepared while going into your first competitive match. I think it is a great feature, and I will definitely recommend you playing some Deathmatch. And something I would suggest to you guys is try and play as aggressive as possible. It is not about surviving in Deathmatch. It is about firing your weapons at a moving target as much as you can. That is when you build up your muscle memory, your aim, your playstyle, and you want to focus on that as much as possible. Now, with all of this said, I just want to say that, you know, you can't only play Deathmatch and expect to become a great player. Deathmatch is a great tool in improving your play, but you gotta play a whole lot of 5v5, and you gotta play, you know, maybe with a group of friends that are a bit more serious. You want to try and use tactics and that kind of stuff. You can't simply rely on only playing Deathmatch and thinking you'll become the best player in the world. That is not going to happen, but I think Deathmatch is going to take you a long way. And as I said, it is great for warming up before you get into that competitive play. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed something a bit different, but I hope you have enjoyed it nonetheless. Rate the video as you please, add it to your favorites if you really enjoyed it, and that is going to be everything, guys. So have an incredible day, and I will see you tomorrow. Later, guys. Bye.